I remember yelling, "Hello? Hello, is anyone here?" And two Secret Service agents ran around with their weapons drawn, ran into the foyer, and then they, once they realized it was me, took me to meet the Vice President.
After the Pentagon was hit, the Vice President had been taken to a bunker deep in the ground under the White House. He ordered emergency measures designed to ensure continuity of the U.S. government in the event of nuclear war. Around Washington, senior government officials were rushed off to bomb shelters and other secure locations in case more planes hit more key decision-making centers. At 9:42 a.m., the senior air traffic controller in the United States ordered that all planes land immediately at the nearest airport, a high-risk procedure that had never been attempted.
Someone did say, you know, are you sure you want to do that? But at that point, I knew that's what I wanted to do. And I felt we had to do something to change the texture of the whole thing occurring. And at least this would separate the good guys from the bad. And what was left up there would have the military to deal with.
But the military had no plan to deal with the last hijacked flight on September 11th. United 93. At 9:23 a.m. on 9/11, an alert flight dispatcher at United Airlines had sent out a text warning to his airline crews. Beware any cockpit intrusion. 2 aircraft hit World Trade Center. The captain of United Airlines Flight 93 was confused by the message and wrote back at 9:28, "Confirmed last message, please." Apparently he did not secure his cockpit, because 2 minutes later his radio was transmitting the sound of the hijackers attacking.
United 93, understand, have a bomb on board, go ahead.
Air traffic controllers realized immediately that United 93 had been hijacked, but again, incredibly, no one advised the military. United 93 turned and aimed at Washington.
One of the aircraft that looked like it was hijacked appeared to be heading on a line toward Washington. And so the meeting was being interrupted every few minutes with word of where that aircraft was and how far out it was. And it really did look at one point as though an aircraft was coming straight to the city.
FAA headquarters officials were supposed to notify the military, but staff members there were recorded dithering about the hijacked United flight.
They're pulling Jeff away to talk about United 93.
Do we want to think about scrambling aircraft?
Oh, God, I don't know.
That's a decision somebody's going to have to make probably in the next 10 minutes.
Everybody just left the room.
Apparently there was only one person at FAA headquarters who was authorized to call in the military. Ben Sliney was told that no one could find that person.
I said something like, that's incredible. There's only one person. There must be someone designated that, or someone who will assume the responsibility of issuing an order. We were becoming frustrated in our attempts to get some information on what was the military response.
United 93 crashed into a field in Pennsylvania at 10:03 a.m. It was brought down by the heroic actions of its passengers, who prevented it from slamming into Washington. The military only found out about the hijacked flight after it had already crashed.
United 93, have you got information on that yet?
Yeah, he's down.
He's down?
Yes.
When did he land? Because we have confirmation.
He did not land.
Oh, he's down?
Yes, somewhere up northeast of Camp David.
Northeast of Camp David.
That's the last report. They don't know exactly where.
In New York, at 1 minute before 10 o'clock, the unthinkable happened. After the first tower collapsed, Timothy Duffy was asked to fly over and have a close look at the second tower.
So I told him I'm going to take a look at it from above. So I flew kind of right up over the top of it and just banked the plane up so I could look down and see it. You know, it looked really good to me. You know, I was looking at it, looked straight up and down, no problems, no leaning or twisted of any kind. And I was literally just getting ready to key the mic saying, I think you can save it. As I was looking at the roof, it was just a perfect square. It just started getting smaller. And, you know, for a few seconds, I really didn't know what I was looking at because I didn't have anything to, you know, to put it in proper perspective until I saw the plume coming out of the bottom and I realized it was falling away from me.
Oh, my God!
To this day, it is unclear who was really giving the most critical orders on 9/11. The most controversial question regards the order to shoot down commercial airliners if they were hijacked, an order which could have killed hundreds more innocent people. The 9/11 commissioners have suggested that the president and the vice president have not been forthcoming about that issue, and that the truth has yet to be revealed. The record shows that between 10:10 and 10:15 in the White House bunker, the vice president was asked if military pilots could shoot down any hijacked aircraft headed for Washington. He immediately gave the order. The problem is that only the president had the authority to do so. Later, both Mr. Bush and Mr. Cheney claimed to the 9/11 Commission that the president actually gave the shoot-down order about 15 minutes earlier, but the White House call records do not support their claim. Is it clear to you who gave that order?
No, it is not clear to me who gave that order.
And why? How is it we don't know that?
Because the principals haven't said. The president and the vice president are the only ones that can clarify that completely, and we just don't know what happened there.
The other astonishing fact about the shoot-down order is that it was never relayed to the fighter pilots who might have carried it out.
No, we never got the order. What we were told is you can expect to shoot down the next hijack track. It was kind of informational only. There was no order, no authentication, nothing even remotely close to what would be required to fire on a plane.
The idea that the President of the United States can have an order and the Air Force doesn't get it, that's serious stuff.
There is one pilot who received a shoot-down order, but he was not in a position to execute it. Mark Sassville flies out of Andrews Air Force Base, just a few kilometers from the White House. He received the order not through the proper military channels, but directly from the Secret Service in the White House bunker with the Vice President. Desperate to get some protection over Washington, he took off in the only jet available, which was unarmed. If he encountered a hijacked aircraft, his plan was to ram it with his F-16 and try to eject at the last minute.
Well, I'd have one hand on the stick and the other on the ejection handle, and hopefully I could play it right to get out after I did hit the airplane. Basically, I'd try and swing my wing into his, again, knock the engine pod off, or cut the wing if I could get going fast enough. And I wouldn't use my fuselage to do that, but pretty soon after that, my aerodynamic capabilities would be destroyed, and then if I could have ejected, I would have.